Hey guys, welcome back to Primp Your Life. I hope you're all having a really good day today. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lauren and welcome here. I have my cup of tea and I thought we could do just a tea time with Lauren today. I haven't uploaded in a while and there's some things that I wanted to just catch you guys up on. Nothing serious, I just feel like I need to regroup a little bit and just talk to you about the future of my channel and what my plans are and what I'm thinking. I've got a lot of thoughts going on in my head and I've tried to film this video a couple of times and I always feel like it comes out either like too blabby and chatty or like not getting my point across. And I want to be really careful how I say everything because I'm not trying to... Sometimes I can overshare when I try to do personal videos, and that's why I don't do them very often because I'm that type of person. I grow and I learn by thinking out loud, and I can get myself in trouble for doing that sometimes. So anyway, we're gonna have some tea. I've done one of these once before, and I just think they're a really nice way to catch up with you guys. And this is what I do in the afternoon. I love to sit down and either have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Liam's having his rest time. I don't know if he'll sleep, but we'll see. And this is my time to just kind of breathe in the middle of the day. So the tea I'm having today is Stash is the brand. And I actually just reorganized my tea drawer, you guys. I should do a tour. You guys have no idea how obsessed I am with tea until you see my drawer full of tea. And it's not just me. My husband really likes tea too. We just like our warm drinks. I love tea and coffee. Even in the summertime, I didn't used to be that way until I married him, but he's Canadian and he will drink hot coffee on like the hottest day of the year and love it. And I'm turning into that type of person too. We always tease my husband's mom too because her favorite place ever is Starbucks. And whenever they come down to visit, we always have to stop at Starbucks, which I'm not complaining because I love Starbucks too. But yeah, it's become quite the little tradition. We always seem to end up there. Okay, so let's chat about a few things. First is I wanted to just share with you guys in case you didn't catch my last video. I know it was kind of a long one. One of the reasons I haven't uploaded in a while is that my cat Molly, who I have had, it was our family pet. She was mine technically, but the past couple of years she's lived with my parents. Since I got married, she's lived with my husband and I for a while, but we couldn't have her at the house we're at now because we rent and our landlord's not all about pets, which is fine. I understand that. From a renting landlord's perspective, pets can be destructive. But anyway, she ended up getting like a growth, kind of like her mouth was really, really swollen and we weren't sure what was going on. She was old, she was 17, or she was just about to turn 17. Actually this summer. And so she wasn't that old. I know some cats can live older than that, but she was really healthy up until she started getting this like sore on her mouth and we weren't sure why she was drooling. She's never been a cat that drooled. I don't even know if that's a thing. And she was having trouble eating. My mom was giving her wet food, but she couldn't even like eat the little clumps in the wet food. She was just kind of lapping up the broth of it. And so she was losing tons and tons of weight. She was skin and bone. And the veterinarian, when my mom took Molly in to see what was wrong and then to see if there was something that could be done or if she had to be put down, basically he said that cats don't really show pain. And she didn't seem like she was suffering because she was still doing her normal routine. She was still eating, she was still going to the bathroom, she was still jumping up on the furniture, she would jump up into my parents' bed, and they have one of those like really high beds. And for her age, like she was still getting around just fine. And so we were worried, like we didn't want to put her down if she still had quality of life or if there was something that we could do to help her. And here we found out that it was some kind of, I think, please don't quote me on this because I'm not a knowledgeable medical person, or knowledgeable of medical things, but I believe it was some kind of cancer in her bone, and it was, there was really nothing that they could do. So she had to be put down, and it was just really sad. It was hard because I don't talk about this a lot on my channel, but I do struggle with anxiety, and because of the anxiety I struggle with, I can feel very depressed and down and anxious, and I have trouble thinking clearly sometimes because I feel like I have a lot of brain fog from anxiety. And pets for me, animals, are so therapeutic. I just love animals. Like, I love them. And Molly was such a special cat. She was very much a cuddler. Like, you know how cats are kind of, not all cats, but at least with my experience, a lot of cats are kind of like the type that they want attention when they want it, and if you would pursue them, they're kind of like, meow, you know, whereas dogs are like dopey and they just want to be like in your presence all the time. And Molly was the opposite. We always called her a dog cat because she just would demand attention all of the time, and if you would pursue her, like, she just loved it. She loved being held. I would hold her all the time. Like, she would lay her head on my shoulder and I would carry her around, and she loved to be on your lap all the time. Like, if we were watching a movie or just hanging out as a family in my parents' living room, she always had to be in one of our laps. And she was like the type of cat that would give you kisses, like she would lick you, and she just had such a good personality. And for me, like, you know, when I would go to my mom's house, if I was having anxiety, I mean, I struggle with anxiety every day. I have good days and I have bad days, but it's always kind of there. And so, you know, in the middle of the day when I was at my mom's, like, visiting, sometimes Liam and I go there for like the whole day, she would come and like just sit on my lap, and I would have my little cup of tea, and my mom and I would watch like Murder, She Wrote, or put something. They used to have this channel on their TV called Cozy TV, and we would watch like Little House on the Prairie, Murder, She Wrote, The Waltons, like all those good old classic shows. And just with my tea and my fuzzy blanket and my kitty, it was just the best thing ever. This tea is really, really good, by the way. It tastes like eggnog. It's awesome. So that's been hard for me, needless to say. And then on top of that, my son is turning 4 on June 11th, and I can't believe I'm going to have a 4-year-old, and it just blows my mind. It's not that I'm sad that he's 4, it's that sometimes I get anxiety that it's going too fast. And I have to remind myself that each season of life with him is so wonderful. Like, each stage has its awesome, amazing parts and also its challenges, I won't lie. But I can't grieve like that he's not tiny anymore, because each stage has wonderful, and I feel like wonderful moments, and I feel like I can even get to know him more and more as he gets older, and it's fun and it's exciting. So I'm trying to think positive instead of getting in this negative state of mind where my baby is growing up and you know. I have a really hard time with holidays or special occasions. My husband and I always talk about, I feel like I always have to talk to him about this. He's so good, he'll sit and just listen to me, but I always get very anxious around special occasions, because as much as I look forward to holidays like Christmas and birthdays and, you know, Easter and all of those type of special events that happen in our life, I also get a lot of anxiety and depression around those times, because it's such a change of pace. And I want, as a wife and as a mother, I want to make those moments special, and I want to make memories. And because I remember my mom making it special, and, you know, my grandma, and making it special, and so I want to do that for my family. And then I get very like stressed, and then really I'm not enjoying it because I'm focusing too much on trying to make it perfect. And then yeah, So that's something I'm working on. I want to just enjoy his birthday this year. I'm not putting too much thought into it other than making sure, you know, he has cake and family's going to be around. We're going to blow balloons because that's what he loves, balloons and streamers and stuff like that. But there's no like theme. I'm not over planning this year. Last year, I feel like I tried to over plan and it like really stressed me out. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And then also there's been some stuff going on in our family that I can't really talk about because it's not my husband and I's place to talk about it, if that makes sense. It's dealing with someone else in our family. It's actually exciting stuff, but it is a change. And so it's what I'm trying to get at in my Lauren's rambly way of talking is that I've been having a lot of anxiety lately. And I wanted to share with you guys something that I've recognized about myself, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I want to know if any of you guys do this too. So because I deal with anxiety and because I get very like overwhelmed, I always look for ways to kind of make myself feel better or to control something in my life that I can control. And I get very obsessive over certain things and it kind of backfires. I'm trying to make myself feel better, but it actually makes me feel worse. So the thing that I tend to do, I have two coping mechanisms that are not really healthy coping mechanisms. I have some others that are healthy, but and we can talk about those in another video. But I either impulse buy makeup or I overeat. And I've really gotten the overeating thing pretty much under control. I feel proud of that. I've been working really, really hard to lose weight, you guys, because I want to be healthy. Not because I think I look bad, but because I want to be healthy. And I'm just not when I have extra weight on myself. I don't feel good. I get migraines. My anxiety's worse, all the things. So I'm doing okay with the eating. I'm not doing okay with the makeup. And I've talked to so many different people in my family about this, and I kind of want to get a different perspective. So I don't think it's wrong to have a large makeup collection, okay? I don't think it's wrong. I actually think it can be fun, especially if it's your hobby. Makeup is very creative. To me, it's like an art medium. I mean, you can use it to be so creative and all of those things. But for me, I feel like I don't have a healthy purchasing relationship with makeup, if that makes sense. It's not that I don't have a healthy relationship with makeup and I feel ugly without it or I can't leave the house without it. I used to struggle with that, but I don't anymore. I just like putting it on in the morning because it makes me feel awake and ready for my day. And I genuinely look forward to putting it on. On days I don't want to, I don't do it. I just don't wear it. But there's very few days that are like that because I really do look forward to, putting my face on in the morning. But when I'm feeling down, I will impulse buy, especially at inexpensive places like Dollar Tree and like Shop Miss A. Excuse me. I will impulse purchase things, and it's to the extent where I get stuff and I'm like, did I even really want that? Like, I get this stuff home and I'm like, man, I have so much. And something I have recognized and accepted is that I am not someone who's built to be a collector. I like the idea of a collection. I like looking at other people's collections. It makes me want one, but when I have them, they really stress me out. Many of you probably know I used to collect lip balms, and I wanted to be like my friend Candace and have a huge lip balm collection. I love her lip balm collection. I love when she does lip balm videos. They're some of my favorite videos to watch. And my friend Carrie, I love like seeing her collections. They truly are fun for me. But when I personally start bringing lots of stuff in, it gives me terrible anxiety. I hate clutter, and it makes it so that I can't make decisions. And that might sound really silly, but like when I'm getting ready in the morning, if my makeup desk back here is stuffed full of makeup, I get very overwhelmed and I don't know what to use, and I feel like my makeup doesn't turn out right because I have all these products. I don't know if they're products I actually like because I'm bringing in more than I can possibly try and find out if I like them. And then I end up purging. I throw stuff out, brand new stuff. I'll just throw it out, or I'll try to give it away. But I really don't have that many people in my personal life who love makeup other than my sister. My mom likes it, but she's like stocked from past declutters, and she doesn't wear makeup every day. And my grandma doesn't wear a lot of makeup. I mean, she likes makeup, but she doesn't wear a lot. And so, you know, most of my girlfriends don't. I don't have like a ton of friends. I'm not trying to, I like having a small circle of friends, but most of them don't wear a lot of makeup. So anyway, that said, I end up just throwing stuff in the trash, and it's embarrassing. I don't like saying that out loud because it really embarrasses me. I feel wasteful and I feel regretful. I wish I could have the money back. Because really it's like taking a chunk of money and just throwing it in the trash. And I used to think that because I have this issue, I will buy stuff, throw it out, get a small collection again. Then I'll be like, oh, I want to try all this stuff, or I'm having a bad day, I'm going to order 20 things on Shop Miss A. And it comes in, and then I'm like, oh, there's too much. Throw it away. And it's like a crazy cycle of buying and purging. And I know it has a lot to do with anxiety. I know that it's related to anxiety, and it's kind of just like a side effect of it, if that makes sense. And I used to think that the way I could fix it was by just not buying makeup ever and having a small collection. And I've realized that that's not the case either. Just from talking to my sister, she's like, Lauren, you love makeup. Like it's fun for you. It's not wrong to try new products, and it's not wrong to want, you know, a new eyeshadow palette or something like that. But what is wrong is just buying to buy. And so I'm needing to take a pause with makeup. I'm needing to take a pause and just reevaluate and gain some self-control, if that makes sense. So when I was trying to get my sugar addiction under control, I did a sugar cleanse, and I basically cut out all added sugar. I didn't eat fruit. I didn't eat anything sugary for 30 days. And after that, it was a lot easier for me to not binge, because I would binge on like candy and cookies and things that I shouldn't. And talking to my doctor, I realized looking back that was probably me just trying to make myself feel better. Because when you eat a lot of sweets, it gives your brain that like happy, what is that called? I don't know, but it gives you like a happy boost, basically. It's the same thing like endorphins, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But it's like the same thing when you buy something new, you get that little whoo, you know, that little rush. And really what I'm after isn't the makeup product, it's that ooh, rush feeling. And so what I'm going to do, and I'm committing to this, and I'm sharing this with you so that I can't back out, I am going on a no-buy for the summer, for June, July, and August. And I tried doing this at the beginning of the year, and I posted something about it on Instagram, and I failed miserably. And I think it's because I said I was going to do it for a whole year, and I got overwhelmed. I made it through January, and then that's all I could do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just really focus these next 3 months on just using and enjoying what I have. And then at the end of the summer, I'm going to do a declutter. because not only do I want to be better about my spending habits, I also want to be better about not wasting things and not throwing things out prematurely just because I'm overwhelmed by the bulk amount of stuff I have. Now, I did already do a purge. I didn't do it on camera because, if I'm being honest, it was embarrassing how much I threw in the trash. And I felt not proud. Like a lot of people you see on declutters, they get really excited if they can get rid of stuff. I was like feeling embarrassed because a lot of it was new stuff. Like, I'll just be honest. I got rid of all of the Shop Miss A liquid lipsticks that I bought, and I just bought them. And I'm embarrassed. I know that's terrible. I know that that's wasting money. I totally know that. So you don't have to tell me that. And I did it because, one, I don't like liquid lipstick. I don't mind their formula. It's a good formula for layering if you like to put lip gloss over, because I don't like matte lipsticks or like liquid lipsticks. They're really drying to me. And so anytime I wear a liquid lipstick, I usually put a gloss on top. And the Shop Miss A ones were the only ones I found that actually like went on and didn't bunch up if I put a gloss on top. However, they still felt drying at the end of the day. And I would get like the bum mouth, you know, where like it wears off and then it just looked bad. So I ended up parting with them. And I feel embarrassed that I did that. And I know people are probably gonna be like, well, why didn't you offer to send them out to subscribers? I don't send makeup out to people just because I've used it, especially lip products. I don't like to send used lip products to anyone. If it was like an eyeshadow palette or something, I probably would ask like my friend Lip Balm Queen. I've asked her in the past if she wants something, because I know her, and I don't think she minds like getting something that I've lately used that's like an eyeshadow, because that you can sanitize that. But anyway, so yeah, it's not easy for me to talk about. It might sound silly to you, but it's something that I deal with, and when we deal with our own struggles, nobody can understand but the person going through it, right? So don't judge. But I'm really excited to just focus on what I have and use it. Now, there will be some exceptions. I'm also not buying perfume, and I'm not buying nail polish because I don't need any. The exception would be if I would run out of something like my brow pencil, or if one of the items that I have is really not working for me and I need to replace it. Because I don't have a lot of like foundations. I think I only have 2 or 3. And I need to really work with them to see if I like them or not. And if like none of them are working or they're just looking awful, I'll just throw them away and I will get something new. But my goal is not to do that if I can help it. And I will still be getting Ipsy. My husband actually upgraded me to Ipsy Plus, which was really sweet of him to let me do that. So that still will be coming. That is going to be a trial run for the summer. Actually, I just want to see if I like it and if I think it's worth the money. So I will be doing some Ipsy unboxings. If I don't, I'm just going to cancel it, because I find myself with the Ipsy bag, as much as I like the stuff, I end up not using a lot of the product I get because it kind of gets lost in my full-size items because they're small. And so I wanted to try Ipsy Plus because it is full-size items, and then if I end up loving it, I'll stick with it. If not, excuse me, I will just cancel, because it's, you know, I don't need to be spending the extra money. So, I hope that I made sense. I hope this wasn't too terribly rambly, and I hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Let me know if you struggle, or like if you can relate to this, like if you get really overwhelmed by clutter. I know for me, if my house is streamlined and everything's simplified, then it's really, really easy for me to get through my day, even on my bad days. When I'm having a really bad anxiety day and it's hard just to even get out of bed, if things are simplified, I can still get through a productive day and make sure that my home's in order and I'm taken care of, my son's taken care of, because that's my top priority. Is I want to make sure that I'm being a good mom and a good wife, and also taking care of myself. And I know that having a simplified lifestyle is where it's at for me. So I'm still trying to find that balance with how much is too much, and I'm hoping by the end of the summer, just not buying anything and just really appreciating what I have, I can kind of cleanse myself of overbuying and find the ability to be a smarter consumer, if that makes sense, to think through purchases, to pause a little bit instead of being like, I'm gonna get this, this, and this, and this just because it's new and it's exciting. And really thinking, am I going to use that? Is that something that will serve me well? Is it something that I really, really want and can't wait to use? So yeah, that's it. I know I was talking a lot, but I needed to make this video. I needed to share this with you guys. So definitely subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and you can leave any suggestions that you want down in the description box. I hope you guys have a really good day. Know that you are loved, you are beautiful, you are special, unique, and no one can tell you any different. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.